Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is the Pricey Academy Patreon performer and professional book club. And so we're going to wait till a few people get in. So what we talked about, we will be, let me turn this down. Okay, so we will be discussing, hi, how are you? Everyone come in, get out a notebook, pen, paper, whatever you have, or the notes on your phone is fine. But we will be talking about, for the first 15 minutes, we will be discussing The Art of Seduction. And this book was written by Robert Greene. Robert Greene is a great author. I love all of his work. This was my first book that I read of his. And the second that I read was 48 Laws of Power, which is just as good. But yeah. So we're just going to I'm thinking about just doing a live on YouTube. But in order for me to do that, I have to wait until um the page is I don't know the word. But anyway, when I do, I will let you girls know so we can have our discussions on there instead of on Zoom because I like Zoom, but I'm trying to keep everything concise together within one format, if that makes sense. So let's just go ahead and talk about The Art of Seduction. I know it was a long book, and that was one reason why I chose that book for our first week of discussions is because I wanted to see what your level of reading was like, the speed of your reading, and basically if it would be too much or if it was not enough. I have talked with a few of you ladies, and most of you said that it was a lot and you didn't finish in time, and that's totally fine. But there are also audiobooks that help. So this was a good way for me to um, range each of your own learning or reading uh, levels, speeds, or however you want to say. Um, but yeah, so in your own words, how would you summarize the book? Now, personally, I will summarize The Art of Seduction as a very descriptive guide on how to level up. I guess a very descriptive guide in leveling up how one would perform when they are trying to seduce an admirer. The book talked a lot about, how to capture your target, how to keep them around. And also what I loved about it was it he discussed, what to do with the target after everything is all said and done. That was pretty good. How else do I summarize the book? I would summarize the book as very detailed. Um, how would you describe the book in your own words? And I know we are meeting at 7 p.m. If this time doesn't work for you, just go ahead and let me know, because if if it doesn't work, then if it doesn't work for you, most of you all, I see most of you are saying that you do prefer a morning time. So I'll probably do a poll online if you do prefer a whole live. And if you do prefer a live, would you rather it be in the morning time or would you rather it be in the evening? And then also, if you don't like the live chats, would you rather prefer just me make a YouTube video so you can go back and check that out. But if you are nervous about, um, if you are nervous about talking or showing your face in the Zoom call, you can always just chat. There is a chat button at the bottom of the screen. I'm gonna send a message now. Okay, so let's move on to our second question. What's your favorite part of the seductive process and why? Now, my favorite part of the seductive process is probably going to be, hmm, that's kind of hard. Go ahead and if you want, you can chat in the chat box. Um, I'm gonna think about that question. What is your favorite part about the seductive process and why? So, my favorite part of the seductive process will probably be, hmm, that is really hard because I like the beginning when you're searching for your target, but because it's fun, but I also love the, I like kind of like the middle part of it. Hmm. I'm gonna say my favorite part of the art of seduction process would be the number 3, which is sending mixed signals. I just feel like sending mixed signals, I feel like it gives a sense of mystery. I think it makes the conversation deeper. Okay, and I'm writing this in the chat. And I also feel like it fascinates people, but it also confuses them. Um, and I just feel like it makes you a little bit more elusive. Um, Another thing that I enjoy about the art of seduction process would probably be the art of insinuation. I like making people, you know, question what I'm saying, but also not being so direct. I enjoy being indirectly seductive. And that's another thing of being sending mixed signals. It shows that you're running against your physical appearance. It makes people want to know more. It draws them in. And I just feel like when you are also mastering the art of insinuation, it makes people you become more of a witty person. You seem more socially aware um of, everything that's going on. What is your seductive archetype? What is your seductive archetype? I would say my seductive archetype personally would be the it would definitely be the coquette. I'm a coquette to the day I die. Coquettes are very self-sufficient. I like that I like that, personally my sense of narcissism or my sense of confidence can it can come off as narcissistic, but to other people it's very attractive. It's almost devilishly attractive. And I like that it being a coquette, being able to withdraw emotionally, it causes more mystery in the other person. And it just makes them chase you even harder. Um, I think I have kind of like a mix of, I have a mix of the archetypes that I personally um, portray in my performance, and that would be the charismatic. Um, I have a very exciting presence. I have been told that when I am flirting with someone, it's very mesmerizing. And I think the reason why is because I draw people in. And because of my confidence, my sexual energy, and kind of like my sense of purpose and contentment, it makes others very intrigued. And it makes them feel like, it makes them feel like they are, participating in something fun, something daring, something that feels warm and happy, but at the same time too hot and a little scary, if that makes sense. But yes, I would definitely say the charismatic and the charmer. What did I say? No, the coquette and the charmer are more of my um are more of my um archetypes. Sorry, I'm like looking at so many different screens right now. Yes. Okay. Does everyone see the chat? Can everyone see the chat? Okay, great. Okay. Okay. Gigi says, okay, my favorite archetype is the dandy because of the striking androgynous flair. Okay, I like that. That's pretty cool. And one thing that I like about the dandy archetype is that they play with their image. I like that they're able to move back and forth between, masculine and feminine. Um, so that's pretty cool. I like that. And aren't you a dominatrix? Okay, financial dominatrix. Yes. So usually those are, you know, they have that feminine key, but at the same time, the masculine dominance, that can be very attractive to the same sex. So especially if you are doming a feminine or a feminine submissive, that is kind of like being the dandy. So I like that. I really like that. Okay, someone else said, okay, I feel like I am the siren because I love Marilyn Monroe. And what does that say? Oh, okay. Okay. And I'm sorry, I could not read that word. I'm going to use the word endless. I promise endless pleasure and a bit of danger. I like that. I like that. A lot of people love sirens. Marilyn Monroe was definitely a siren. Um, Marilyn Monroe, I mean, she encompassed so many different types of archetypes. I mean, I could say Marilyn Monroe was the siren, she was the coquette, the charismatic, her charmer. I would say she was the ideal lover, even though she wasn't a good cook. Well, I don't know that for sure, but it's what I heard. Um, but yeah, she was all types of, and maybe that's why she was so successful. I mean, she was literally all of the seductive archetypes meshed into one. And I feel like that was one thing that made Marilyn like just so addicting. But yes, I love all of you guys' input. Thank you for sharing. Let's move on to the fourth question. What are ways for you to build your value with admirers? What are ways for you to build your value with admirers? Personally, a way that I would build my value with admirers, hmm, would probably be, hmm, I think being kind of like a spark in their life, being fun, being, a breath of fresh air. A lot of successful, affluent men, they're looking for a fun, inviting, cooperative woman that can, like give purpose, give, excitement to their lives. Um, so I feel like that is the value that I would bring to my admirers. Um, but in order to build, that was the question. What are ways for you to build your value with admirers? Um, I would say being helpful. Doing things like, okay, so someone said being helpful. I like that. Okay, someone said helping to run errands. That's sweet. Um, don't overdo it though, because we don't want to seem like we're their maid. Okay, we're never their maid. But yes, running errands. Okay. Okay, I see helping them to relax. That's good. Okay. But okay, being a helpmeet. That's a good word. I see you've been reading the Bible, or you have some type of Christian, or maybe you've or maybe you used to watch Kevin Samuels. So that's cool. But yes, basically being a helpmeet, that definitely can build your value with with an affluent admirer. Okay, someone said being a breath of fresh air. Very good. Um, okay. All right, the fifth question. Is true love effective and permanent seduction, or is it not? Is true love effective and permanent seduction, or is it not? And explain why. I would say that true love, I feel like it's not. Okay, everyone's saying it's not. It's not. It's not. Okay, not. No. Good. Yes. I don't feel that true love is permanent seduction. I feel like I don't know. But personally, I feel like true love is a fairy tale. I know it sounds so sad, but I feel like when you fall in love, you can fall out of love just as fast. So, no, I don't think it's effective and I don't think it's permanent. I feel like it can be effective, but I feel like there will there will always need to be work that has to be done to keep the seduction going, to keep the seduction thriving. Because true love is great for a friendship, but when you are in a relationship with someone, I feel that you have to continuously put in effort, to take it to the next level. So that's just my opinion. Okay, the sixth question. Yes. How much can you fake and still be happy? How does this influence your ability to seduce others? So the first question is, how can you fake and still be happy? Personally, you guys are laughing. I know. Okay, for this Zoom meeting, you guys are being quiet and you're shy, and that's okay. But for the next one, I want you guys to tap in, put your mics on, or put your screens on, and so we can really have an interactive conversation. But back to the question. How much can you fake and still be happy? I can fake a lot. Okay. I can fake a lot and still be happy. But there will always be limits. Okay. Um, like if I had a provider and they were a multimillionaire and then they fell on hard times, it would take everything in me to, not that I would see them differently, but it would just be a whole nother ballpark. And I wouldn't be happy. I mean, I wouldn't be happy. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be happy because I'm not happy. So, I mean, I can fake a couple of things, but a lot, it's it's arguable. How does this influence your ability to seduce others? I feel like this influences my ability to seduce others by, not being as um give somebody help me with the word. I guess not being as um geez, what is the word? Not being as authentically involved or just long standing. What does it say? Long suffering. It would influence my ability to be a long suffering wife or girlfriend. Um, I need to be happy. I need to be taken care of. And if he lost it all, that would that will harpen my ability to be, still in that person's, you know, um, yeah, it would influence a lot. It really would, honestly. Okay, seventh question. Have you used any of the 23 tactics to seduce anyone? Have you used any of the tactics to seduce anyone? I definitely have. I definitely have. Um, Choosing the right victim. I mean, that's something that I do on a daily, right? You have to choose the right victim. And sometimes I don't choose the right victim because either I overlooked something or I didn't pay attention to the points, the keys, the um, things that they were saying. Um, Also, I do practice insinuating different things. Um I just feel like it's very socially savvy. And I like that. It's fun. Definitely enter their spirit. I've definitely done that. Okay, Gigi says keep them in suspense. I like that. Never being too predictable. I love that. Okay. Okay, these are all great. Very, very good. Very, very good. Okay. Last question for the art of seduction. What are three things you took away from this? What are three things you've taken away from the art of seduction? I'll go first because I'm hosting this. I will say, I will say, sorry, I'm just getting a call. Hold on one second. I'm gonna answer it so y'all can hear. Hello? 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 Okay, didn't. What is going on? Oh, Jesus. All right. Okay. Sorry. What are three things you took away from from this book? Hello? Hey. No, I didn't. Um, can I call you back in like 30 minutes? Okay. Thank Okay, I sure will. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. Um, what are three things you take away from this? Okay, someone said, okay, how to be sneaky. How to be sneaky, seductive, and sexy. I love that. Okay, Gigi says how to poeticize her presence, how to be more mysterious, and what I'm missing the point on. Okay, so basically things that you need to improve. I love that. Okay, so that was 30 minutes of discussing the art of seduction. And now we are going to flip our pages over for the notes that you're taking. Hopefully you guys are taking notes. We're going to be discussing now the psychology of money. Now, the psychology of money, okay, who had a hard time reading this book? It's The Psychology of Money, Timeless Lessons on Wealth, Greed, and Happiness. Happiness. What is happiness? Money makes us happy. Has money ever made you sad? That's beside the point. Let's go ahead and get into this questions. How would you summarize the book? I would summarize the book on practical lessons that everyone needs to know in order to become a better become a just become better with financing. Yeah. Okay. Someone said, okay, helps with financing to make wiser decisions to live a rich life. I love that. It does. Definitely. Lessons that they've never heard before. Okay, I love that. Helped me understand why we make bad financial decisions and how to turn it around. Very good. I love that. Okay. What is one thing that surprised you in the book? One thing that surprised me in the book is probably the 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 fact that, you know, money is never enough. We all know this. But I think what surprised me was that we must accept that enough we must accept at some point that having a certain amount of money is enough. And although I don't fully agree with that, I love the fact that it's pointing out the truth that you can want something and then want more and more and more, and then you compromise yourself in order to accomplish those bigger achievements. And I feel like that is like working backwards, especially if, you know, you are going to eventually, especially if you are risking, you know, everything that you work for. Okay, someone said how easy it was to read. That's good. Did you think it was going to be a hard book? I would not do that to you, even though Art of Seduction was kind of hard. I know, I know. Okay, okay, okay. Someone said it was pretty short. I like that. That's good. Yeah, it was pretty short. It wasn't that long. It was very pretty easy to read. Did most of you get Kindle or did you buy the book? Because I got it on Kindle. Um, it was too short of a time to buy the actual book, I guess is what I'm trying to say. At what age do you feel most people start thinking of retirement? At what age do people start thinking of retirement? Okay. I think most people start thinking about retirement when they get in their 30s, which is really not good. Um, really not good. Um, what financial differences do the rich partake in that others don't? That's a good question. What financial differences does the rich partake in that others don't? Okay, okay, okay. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, someone said they focus on staying rich while the poor focus on getting rich. That is true. That is very true. I feel like they have a sense of control of their life, and they don't rely on their well-being of the government or their job or their career or even their finances. I feel like they're more in control of their financial life by getting CPAs and getting bookkeepers and accountants and things like that. Do you feel financial success is a hard science and why? Do you feel financial success is a hard science and why? I feel like financial success is a hard science because there are so many there's so many things that you have to learn before you even begin to master um finance. Um I feel like it doesn't have to be as difficult. Okay, everyone's saying yes. Everyone's saying yes. Okay, I got one no. That's good. Um, I just feel like, and mind you, these are my feelings, but in I just feel like it's just a lot to learn. But in reality, when I take my feelings away, which is, away from the financial, conversation, I feel that um, I feel that financial success doesn't have to be a hard science. I feel that it only is difficult or complex or challenging because of my background, because of my knowledge of finances. My financial literacy is, I'm learning and I've just started learning, maybe like about a year ago, and there's still so much, that I need to learn. Um, yeah, everyone say yes. I totally understand. But it's it's really good. It's so I love that we are challenging ourselves to have place ourselves in uncomfortable situations where we are learning and growing through the difficulties, through the challenging um, um, process of just becoming more financially literate and on the way to becoming financially successful. So it's all a journey. It really is all a journey. Okay, so the seventh question: have you risked what? What? Okay, sorry, I wrote it down weird. Um, have you risked? Have you ever risked what you have for what you don't have? Have you ever risked what you have for what you don't have? I can speak for everyone for this question. I've definitely risked my freedom in order to have more money, better connections, um, more affluence in this life. But basically just for more money. I mean, being a hoe, being a love dealer, going against the law. I'm in America, so um, you know, full service work is definitely um contrary to the laws here. Um, but yes, I think we've all, especially if you're in America, United States of America, I'm sure we've all risked um what we have, our freedom, we've risked our time, you know. Um, yeah, and that's really important to think about because you just never know. You never know when things will come downhill. You never know, when you're and I guess what we must do is we must be able to have an honest conversation with ourselves, evaluating the risk, evaluating the benefits. And yeah, that's a really deep question. Um, yeah. So for the last question, what are three things you took away from this book? What are three things you've taken away from this book? Okay, someone said change my mentality. Okay. Oh, okay. Financial success is not a hard science, it's a soft skill where how you behave is more important than what you know. Very good. Well, excuse me then. I like that, Gigi. It's a soft skill where how you behave is more important than what you know. Very good. I love that. That's very true. I think a lot of us think that because we're not financially literate, we well, not financially literate, but because we aren't as financially literate, we will not be as financially successful. And although that does make sense, saying it out loud, it's really not about your intelligence. Financial success is really about how you behave and what you do. So thank you for that. That was a really good point you made. And it's very, very true. I love that. Thank you. Okay. Take your feelings out of the money. I love that. Thank you for that. Take your feelings out of the money. That's so true. Because you know, when you let your emotions take control, you basically you basically take the back seat. Your mind takes the back seat. Your logical thinking takes the back seat. And we must be able to think logically and rationally. And we can't do that if we're all in our feelings. So that's very good. Um, I was thinking about it. Three things that I've taken away from this book is to prepare for disasters. Um, Also pay the price. Um, Paying the price meaning take the time, spend the money in order to learn, in order to, grow healthy financial habits, you know. And I guess the third thing would be we're all different. Everyone's level of financial success is different. Everyone is financially literate and, so many different levels of life. And we shouldn't be copying each other, or we shouldn't be, you know, just basing our financial success on other people's financial success, especially in the sex work community. When we see someone doing the same career or the same job that we do and they're killing it, you don't know what that person is doing on the side, or you don't know what that person started with, or you don't know if they're getting, benefits from the government, as well as, so you just never know. So never compare yourself. Never compare yourself to someone else's financial success. And I know that's more easily said than done, but it would definitely change your perspective on your financial success. So yes, those are my 8 questions for the book review for Psychology of Money, Timeless Lessons on Wealth, Greed, and Happiness by Morgan Housel. I'm so happy that you guys joined me. I'm hoping next week, well, actually, so we're going to be doing book reviews every 2 weeks. So the next book review will be scheduled on the 28th, on Saturday. If I'm correct. Yeah, on 28th. Yeah, I'm so happy that you guys did read the book. And if you didn't, you fooled me. If you didn't, you missed out. But, at least you have the book list, so you can always go back and go and read it. If you did read the book, I would love if you would give or lend the book to a fellow sex worker that you love, or a fellow love dealer that you think would need some timeless lessons on wealth, greed, and happiness. I think this book was a great book just to start off the professional tier by learning, or just, evaluating different types of, ideologies and perspectives that really encompasses the whole of financial success, literacy, lifestyle, however you want to say. But I'm so happy that you guys did take the time to come to this Zoom meeting. It has been recording this whole time, and I will post this on the Pricey Academy YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed to there, go ahead and subscribe, please. Thank you to everyone that came in here. Thank you, Gigi. Thank you, Morgan. It's like your name. It's like your name is like, I I don't really. Anyway, I just want to thank you all for coming in here. I appreciate all of you. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go watch Memoirs of a Geisha. So yeah, love you ladies. And I will go ahead and send out the next lesson plan, or the next book recommendations for the next week. I love you girls, and we'll talk later. Bye.